Hello and welcome back to Behind the Curve Gaming. In this week's video, I picked up my first Nintendo cardboard. So here I have it. Another suspiciously small box. I thought Nintendo cardboard would be bigger than this, but it's not. So I guess storing it's going to be a little bit easier than I thought it might be. I have got two boxed Nintendo 64 games in here from CEX. They are 20 and 22 a piece, I believe, complete. So not breaking the bank, thankfully. Still very attainable, very affordable. I don't think they really go for less than this, to be honest. They are around that £20, maybe more price point. So the guy was selling both of these, and he just kept on putting feelers out for a few pound less, a few pound less. So I offered a few pound less again, I think. And I want to say I got these for around £35 delivered or so. Put it up on screen. So delivered for around that cost is probably about maybe £10 under the going rate. So not a bad deal. Had some decent pictures on there. I want to say off the bat these are going to be good condition for the age. Again, first experience of Nintendo cardboard. I don't know how to grade these. As long as they are not falling apart, I don't mind. So we should probably get straight into these, shouldn't we? Let's go. Now, I think they might be in box protectors already. Okay, so I actually have this game cart only, which is going to bring me on to the second part of this video where I have to wonder whether I want these boxed or in cart. But our first game here is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So straight off the bat, we have got some wear to the edges and whatnot on the corners. I'm completely okay with that. I am not going to be a mint collector, I don't believe, just because the prices are too extortionate, even on cheaper games like these. I will try and get these out nicely in a minute so we can actually have a closer inspection and get the games out themselves. And the second game, which is very much on my list to get, I don't know whether there's different editions that come kind of like full art. This one seems to be smaller, but this is Star Wars Rogue Squadron, something very much that I also did want to play and to try. I've not tried the Rogue Squadron games. I do have them on GameCube, whichever ones are available on GameCube, I do have them on there. But this is going to be the original. Yeah, deceptively small. I assume Super Nintendo's bigger, is it not? I don't know. But yeah, that's for comparison. It's a hand size, basically. So I do need to confirm these on Vinted, to be fair. I have left it for a day because I am a bad person. I actually went to a concert with my dad last night, which is cool. A rock metal concert. Not something I'd usually go in for. I mean, it is my genre, but I'm not really a live performance kind of person, but it is cool. Now, there is a sticker or something at the top there, and I don't know if I want to try and get that off. I assume that is not going to peel. I'm probably going to do more damage, so I might just leave it at that. Designed for the expansion pack, so we do want one of those. And I don't know the best way to go about it. I feel like the best way to go about that is going to be able to get one from CEX with it installed, because it's only about a £15 or £20 premium. If I put up a console that's not got one versus the console that does, I feel like it's much less of a price difference than it is if you just buy it outright. People are still selling these for like £40, £50, and I think CEX want £50, £55. And you want that official one that's got the red top on. So for something that is from 1998, which is 27 years old, I'm expecting wear and tear on the box itself. We've still got the little flippy flaps, which I'm led to believe is good. We've got the inlay and obviously the cartridge itself. Then the instruction booklet. Good old Nintendo instruction booklet. Color actually tells you about the vehicles in the game, the buttons, yada yada yada. a proper manual rather than just kind of like a small advert or here's the buttons and then 100 pages of help lines and all that kind of nonsense and different, and then in a load of different languages to make it look a bit thicker. This actually has like some lore in it and chapter 1 missions, yada yada yada, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4 characters. This seems to actually tell you quite a lot. It's almost kind of like a very mini game guide, if anything. So I am looking forward to trying that. I'm aware it's probably going to not look brilliant. I am going to be using that HDMI pass-through. Do I want to insert some game clips like I usually do? I probably will. So put a little bit up of Star Wars Rogue Squadron here, please. Select your craft. X-Wing. I don't know the buttons. Terrible way to play the game. Oh god, no. Oh my god. I'm next one about it now, boys. Have it. Guys, I have no idea what to do. Well, there's a look at that. It's interesting. Certainly, it's pretty cool. I love this sort of thing. And then now we're back in the room, and hopefully I enjoyed that. Hopefully it was really cool. Probably something I need to get used to a little bit, but I am looking forward to trying that. I really do. I've always loved the art. Always. It's just awesome, right? Let's try and put this back nicely. So typically, Nintendo cardboard, being Nintendo, it's quite colourful usually, but I think this stands out because of that kind of like all black design. I think it looks, I don't know, something kind of cool and classy about it. The visuals certainly look pretty crisp on the back. Not quite the picture quality that I've been getting. 2-player, designed for Rumble Pack, designed for expansion pack. So I've been watching some videos on the expansion pack, and a lot of the time it's not always like a massive win. It typically it might give you better resolution, but a slightly better look, but at the expense of frame rates, to the extent on some of these games that they almost become unplayable. It's like a lot of the games seem like massive trade-offs. Please let me know in the comments down below, what are the games with the expansion pack installed which are just straight upgrades where you just do not lose out on frame rate or some sort of playability issue? Please let me know. So I already have the carts of this, which is only like £6, I think. Very inexpensive cart only. Now the instruction booklet for this is way more beaten and battered. We're not in full colour. And we have got all the different languages and this, that, and the other. So there's not a lot to it really. It just tells you about the game and the different game types and the different modes. So not as nice a booklet, condition-wise as well as content-wise, but a nice box. And again, I don't really want to be trying to put a condition on these. These are nearly 30 years old now, and it's cardboard at the end of the day. It's going to be difficult for them to hold up unless people are putting them straight into protectors and then leaving them alone, which is a little bit sad, I think. By all means, don't be destroying stuff. Now, I had a thought last night, and it's not going to be any sort of revelation to anyone, but because I have that HDMI pass-through, does that technically mean that I could pass it through my Elgato and actually get game capture now? I don't know. Would that work? What would it look bad if I stretched it out to a 1080p video or something like that? I'm intrigued to find out. So yeah, provided that that works. We've had racer gameplay before. Honestly, the briefest of clips of me playing it now. Absolute classic this. Can I make it? No, I don't know how to make that. I don't know if there's supposed to be a jump button. I've done it before. I just cannot make that. I don't know what's going on here. Whoa! That didn't quite work, did it? Absolute classic racer, that one. We know that that game is good. I've put a little bit of time into that game. It's cool. I love it. Good game. Good episode 1 time game, actually. There's quite a few of them, as far as I'm aware. Happy with the price. I'm happy with the condition. I have got a CEX lottery on the way. I've got another box game, and I've got a couple of other accessory items as well for the Nintendo 64, so please stay tuned for that. That should be coming in the next week or so. This is the Easter weekend as I'm recording. This caught me a little bit by surprise. I wasn't expecting any parcels or posts or anything over the weekend whatsoever. These turned up for collection on Easter Sunday. So in post was still working Easter Sunday. Fair play to them. I was hoping it would all come in together, but it makes sense for me to split these two out. Then I can just do a separate CEX lottery one where I have spent 60, no, what was it in total? £70, £80 voucher including postage. So not a small amount. So I'm hoping they're good, and I'm hoping I don't have to go back in and say, look, these aren't good enough, whatever, give me my voucher back. So on to talking point on these. I have to make a decision on whether I want box or cartridge. Now, some of these cartridges, you can have some of the really popular games that can be 15, 20, 25 pound cartridge only, which isn't the end of the world in terms of prices to pay. But then that box complete with manual might be £100, which is insane to pay. Just an example, £75 more to get a box. But in terms of display, what's going to get you more hype if you're looking at something in your little collection, whatever it might be in your games room, how you display things? What's going to get you more hype? What's going to give you that nostalgia hit? That's going to get you really wanting to play that game. What's going to get you going? It's going to be the box. It's going to be the box and its box art, provided it's decent, of course, rather than just the sticker on a cartridge. Now, storage-wise, boxes aren't too bad. You do have to buy protections for them unless they come with them, or it's probably best to. The cartridges are obviously going to be much easier to store, but you can only tell what they are on the front, so run into problems. So I would definitely like to get what I can boxed, whether it is Super Nintendo or whether it's Nintendo 64. But where I am wavering is whether I need that manual. Now, there's always going to be that element of investment. If I get it for a good price, knowing that I can just go, if I don't like it or lay it down the line, I go, you know what, I'm going to sell this part of my collection, I'm going to sell this game individually. Something's happened, I need to raise those funds. I can turn around and just make my money straight back, or make more back on it in terms of an investment. The most sought after are going to be the games that are in the best condition and complete, all day, every single day. Sometimes, though, having that manual, again, is a huge price difference. It's insane. I think every now and again, CX seem to have a bit of a blip on their system, whether it's PS1, Mega Drive, or whatever it might be. For example, I think Alien Storm, £16 box on Mega Drive, £32 with manual. That's insane. Ridge Racer Type 4, which I'd like to get for PS1, £6, no manual. £15 with manual? No, I'm not having that, mate. I'd rather just go with the no manual. And then sometimes there seems to be this discrepancy. One's been updated, the other one hasn't. Might look again a couple of weeks later, and now they're much closer together. I think Alien Trilogy was £6. Box of manuals, £12. Now they're £10 and £12. Looking at those manuals, that Rogue Squadron manual, colour, tells you a lot about the game. It looks to be a mini game guide, which in itself is awesome. This one seems to be a bit like it's telling you the game mode, it's telling you the characters, but it's black and white, and it's padded with just all the other languages that it does it 5 times over. I'm not bothered about the manual for this one, but I would be for that one. So do I want some complete, some I don't? I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, if it's, for example, a £22 game, box of manual, £25 game, I'll go manual. But if it's a big discrepancy, I think I will just go box. I think it's going to be pointless paying another 20, 30, 40% just for manual. That might be in pretty terrible condition. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to come down, at least on Nintendo. Box Nintendo. There's going to be a small separate discussion on PS1, just because obviously you don't get boxes, it's cases. But I need to make a similar decision, but I don't think I can apply just a blanket collecting type. I might be going for one which is complete, and then the other I'm not bothered about manuals. It might just be how it is. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. First taste of Nintendo cardboard. This is a big day for me. I don't want to understate it, but this is a big day for me. I've never ever held Nintendo cardboard. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be experiencing some emotions right now or the inability to stand up. I'm not quite sure, but it's very cool. I'm glad I finally got some in my collection. I'm gonna get some games played, get this edited and bang it out for you lot, and then we're gonna be on to the next one in the next few days, whatever it might be. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm really thankful for my recent subscribers and all that kind of business. I'm really enjoying going down this kind of like retro route at the moment, where it's PS1 and 64 and whatnot, and it is going to be some Super Nintendo as well. I need to get a console, but I don't know enough about Super Nintendo to be doing that right now. And again, it's money allowing. I'm selling other parts of my collection or things I'm not interested in at the moment, or old things around the house, whatever, to fund this. It is a bargain game collection. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you very much.